The first thing we're going to be doing is verifying the integrity of our game files. Steam provides an option to verify the integrity of our game files, which can help identify and fix any corrupted or missing files that may be causing Rust to crash in startup. To do this, we're going to be right-clicking on our Rust in our Steam library. We're going to go to Properties, then to Local Files, and then verify the integrity of our game files. Now, this is going to take a little while, like a couple minutes, but Rust should be able to run with any corrupted files fixed. So number 2, I was thinking about doing a video by itself, because for some people this is going to be kind of hard, and for most people this is going to be kind of easy. So this is going to be setting priority in Task Manager for Rust, and to do that for most of you, like I said before, we're just going to be going to Task Manager while Rust is open, and then go to Details, and then right click on Rust, open it up, go to Priorities, and then set that to High. Now here's where the harder part comes in for those of you who have this problem. For those of you who don't have this problem, you can go ahead and skip through this, but if it says like your access is denied and it's not letting you set the priority to high, this is for you people. So the first thing we're going to do for you guys is we're going to go down to our little search bar, we're going to type run, and then we're just going to type this. I'll put it up on the screen. It's called Rage Edit. Once you're in Rage Edit, you're going to be going to HKey Local Machine, to Software, then to Microsoft. Then we're going to find our Windows NT, current version. Alright, and now we're going to go down to Image File Execution Options. In here, we're going to create a new folder in the Image File Execution Options. We're going to name it rustclient.exe. Keep in mind this is case sensitive. Create a new folder under the rustclient.exe. And we're going to name this one perf options. Keep in mind also case sensitive. Create a new dword 32-bit in the perf options folder. I will show you how to do that here on the screen. And we're going to name that CPU priority class, also case sensitive. Okay, so whenever we have that done, we're going to need to double click on our CPU priority class, and we're going to set the value to 3. And for a lot of you, this is going to make the game run a lot better. This is definitely going to improve your gameplay and may even stop your computer from, crashing Rust constantly. Next up, we're going to try some console commands. The first thing we're going to be typing in is gc.incremental milliseconds 1. This is going to reduce the time of garbage collection lag spikes to 1 millisecond. The default, I believe, is 2 or 3. Next console command we're going to be trying is gc.buffer 4096. In fact, I would recommend most people to go 2048, gc.buffer 2048, and those of you with way better PCs, go ahead and do 4096. If you can do 4096, then do it. I recommend it, but if not, then do 2048. If you type gc.buffer, it's going to tell you what your default is. Yours is probably going to be 2056 or something like that. Just go ahead and change that to 2048. You're going to have to use this command every time you open the game. I suggest you use bind key, whatever you want, gc.buffer 2048. I'll put that up on the screen as well as put it down in the description. There's a lovely video right here. It is not my own, but I will link it so you can watch it. It explains the gc.buffer console command a lot better than I do. Next up, we're going to be making sure our drivers are updated. Outdated or compatible drivers, especially graphics drivers, can cause Rust to crash on startup. Make sure all of your drivers, including graphics, audio, motherboard drivers, are up to date. You can download the latest drivers from the manufacturer's website or by using a third-party driver update tool. I have an NVIDIA GPU, so for me and my drivers, I have GeForce Experience. To get there, you're just going to open up GeForce Experience. You're going to go to drivers, and then it'll kind of say what's available here for you. If you have a bunch of drivers that you need to download, I would go ahead and do that. And always, before playing whatever games that you intend to play, If you're going to be updating your drivers, I also recommend restarting your computer after those drivers are fully finished updating. Next up, we're going to be updating our operating system. Make sure that your operating system is up to date with the latest patches and updates. Outdated operating systems can sometimes cause compatibility issues with games. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, but you wouldn't guess. Just update your computer. Another big one here is close background applications. Running too many background applications can impact the performance and stability of Rust. Close any unnecessary programs running in the background, especially resource-intensive applications, and see if your crashes persist. Okay, so here's a good one. We're going to be disabling our launch options. If you have set any launch options for Rust in Steam, try removing them to see if they are causing conflicts and crashes. Right-click on your Rust in your Steam library, go to Properties, into General, and then set launch options. Remove any launch options that you may have added, and then try to run it like that. Here's a big one, especially for anyone like me with not the correct amount of fans they need in their computer, kind of overheats when they play games like Arma and Rust and Ark. We're going to be checking for overheating. Overheating can cause your system to crash. Use software like MSI Afterburner or CPU ID. I use personally CPU ID, it's really good, to monitor your system temperatures. Another one here, we're going to be running Rust as administrator. And to do that, we're going to right-click on Rust in your Steam library, go to Properties, Local Files, Browse Local Files, right-click on rust.exe, and I'm going to kind of show you how to go in there and enable Run as Administrator, and then Apply and OK.